There's not a thing in this world that says Southern comfort food anymore than cobbler. It could be a country food. Y'all may correct me out there because the different parts of the country may also have cobbler or something you make a lot. But where I'm from, you're gonna find this everywhere you go. Any restaurant, any restaurant that has a buffet, they're gonna have a cobbler. My grandmother was known for her cobbler by Mama Seal. If you went to church with her or you were ever in her home, more than likely you've eaten her cobbler. This is her recipe. This is my favorite. There is nothing at all wrong with that cobbler recipe that you just stir your ingredients together and dump them in there. This takes a couple of extra steps, but I promise you it's worth it. It's delicious and it's beautiful. So easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, my grandmother would not have used a food processor for her crust, but we're going to do that because if she had had a food processor, she would have used it. We're going to put in my food processor 1 1/2 cups of self-rising flour, 1/2 a cup of solid shortening, vegetable shortening. You can use lard. That's what she would have done. And then 1/3 a cup of milk, just plain old milk, y'all. We're going to mix that up until it's done. If you don't have a processor, you can do it by hand. Cut it together however you want to do it. Just get that pastry together. Then you're going to need 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water. While I'm making this, I'm going to stick this in my microwave, get that heated up so that sugar will melt. Then you're going to preheat your oven to 350, and while it's preheating, put you a stick of butter in your 9x13 pan and stick it in that oven. So by the time I get this made, everything else is going to be done. Let's go, y'all. Now, the way that you want your dough to look, you just want it to come together. It's a soft dough. And if you need to add you a little bit of milk, add you a teaspoon at a time until it's the right consistency. It does not need to be a sticky dough, but it's a soft dough. Now, you may say, Carol, I don't know how to use a rolling pin. I'm not good at pastry. You can do this. I promise you, you can do it. You're going to roll this into some semblance of a rectangle. You're going to need about 2 cups of fruit. Your choice what kind of fruit you use. Today we're using blueberries because I have some in my fridge already washed that need to be eaten. My grandmother used peaches, blueberries, blackberries, whatever she had. She mainly used fresh fruit, but you also can use frozen fruit. Now, you see, that's not a beautiful rectangle. It doesn't have to be. It does not have to be perfect. Now all I'm going to do is take my fruit. 2 cups is a loose measurement. I'm not even going to measure this because I want these to just be spread across it. And then we're going to roll it up like a jelly bean. I'm having a hard time with my words, y'all. We're going to roll it up like a jelly roll. I think blueberries are the hardest to work with. So if you're doing this for the first time, I would suggest using something that's not quite so rolly. Maybe some chopped peaches, some chopped strawberries. Because you have to chase these little suckers down. I just want a nice, even layer of blueberries across there. If you wonder what I'm picking out of here, a lot of these blueberries still have the little stems on them. I don't know, I've never experienced that before. Now, all you're going to do is start on the long side, and you're going to roll it. And again, it does not have to be perfect. It's a cobbler. They look messy. That's what makes it look homemade. We're just going to roll this up. Oh, just lost a bunch there. Roll these the best we can. My grandmother made these all the time. People talked about her cobblers. Okay, I've got my butter already melted here in my 9x13 pan. And now I'm just going to cut these like a jelly roll. And I do use a serrated bread knife to do this. Then I just lay those in there. And if you have a fruit that's a little different, it's going to look like a perfect little pinwheel. Mine will not look like that. Guess I could have chopped those blueberries. And I'm going to lay about 3 per width. And I'm cutting these about 1 inch in thickness. Some of my family members are going to see this and they're going to immediately know it's Mama Seal's cobbler. And probably some more of you who are out there watching have actually had this cobbler before. If you have, let me know about it. I love to hear stories, especially about my grandparents and people that I love that have already gone on. Just put those all in there, every which way. Now I'm going to take my extra berries and I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to put them in there. You see what I have? That doesn't look pretty, but it's going to taste good. Stir this syrup mixture together. Just want that sugar to be dissolved in there. It doesn't have to be completely dissolved, of course. And you're just going to pour that over the top. And it looks like you have a lot of liquid, but I promise it's going to all come together. Now, if you do choose to use apples for your cobbler or peach, anything that you like to mix cinnamon with, go ahead and throw you a little bit of cinnamon in there with your sugar mixture. All right, we're just going to pop that in the oven, and I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. We just want it to get golden brown and that dough to get done. Are y'all ready to see something fabulous? I wish y'all could smell that, and I wish I could share a little bit of this with every one of y'all. Ugh, this is memories right here. Something that also looks really pretty is after you put your pastry in there before you cook it, sprinkle some sugar over the top, and then you just have that crusty, sugary, I skipped that. I'm going to be giving this away, of course, but let's dip into it so you can just see what it looks like underneath this. I'll move my camera down a little bit just so you can get a little bit closer look. I don't know if you can see that. Tilt it there. Do you see all that delicious juice? It's full of, hold on. Look at that. That's what you want to see when you dip into a cobbler. I just realized that I talked to y'all just like you're right here in this kitchen with me. I just told you to hold on. Okay, you see that? Look at that juice. It gets thick. This pastry is flaky and a little bit crunchy. I haven't had one of these in a long time. Put you a scoop of vanilla ice cream on that, and that is not going to be beat. If you live in Maine or somewhere up there in that part of God's country that you can get fresh blueberries, this would take the top of your head off. It's so good. Y'all try it. Use whatever kind of fruit you have and what's local to you. You can't go wrong with this. Y'all have a great day.